great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a late signee in camp. This is Kenyon Drake. And he's going to get a good gain of 9. The 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Ravens at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys still our leader.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
But it's certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Touchdown! T. Higgins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. This time Jackson will throw it. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. And Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
On third down, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, Drake. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson flushed out right. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. We're talking about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Now help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
13.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Right side, there's Likely with it. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Jackson now. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Hey, middle.
Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Yeah.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, they're the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go, here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
11 coming.
Burrow on play action. Got a man open. It's Chase. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz works to perfection for A.J. Boye. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And he's going to go down again. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it's...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bengals force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Gun. Stop. 11. Stop.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
11, empty, take.
Now Burrow. And that that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11.
First down. Here's Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On second down, here's Mixon. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
11-90.
Burrow on third down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Hilliard now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Burrow will throw. Out to his left. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
11, 11. 11, Thomas.
They go play action with Burrow. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
11 MP.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 35 yards. And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Joseph Osai there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Open man is Duvernay. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And now here is another interception. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
11 MC paint. 11 MC paint.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns.
Here we go.
And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
and this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And now here is another interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he's going to look deep for more. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Rondale Moore, 53 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a fifth straight victory. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 42-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard. A net negative there of 4 yards.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Middle.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Jackson now. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try
and Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
We got last completion CDs, now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your option.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, middle.
To throw again is Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Play action. Now Jackson. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. McPherson on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And that's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And a loose football, and the Bengals grab it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's been a tough go for them, and it's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0.
On one, right?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. Exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Cincinnati, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.